long time, and we're getting tired, we're getting fatigued, we're missing our friends and our family, and it is clearly being reflected in our data. And the increase, now that we've poured through thousands of case investigations, it's very clear where the increase is coming from. It's coming from casual gatherings with family and friends in settings where our guards are down, we're relaxed, we get close to people, and our masks are off. And the truth of the matter is, we're all starting to spend time with too many people. For a long time, I said, keep your social network small, and we were doing that. And now, through nobody's fault, through a natural course of being a human being, we're all extending our networks and seeing more people who we know. And naturally, when you're with people you know, you let your guard down, you take your mask off, and as a result, we're not in a great place. So I want to ask you, everyone who's watching now or listening, I ask you to take out a piece of paper and write down the names of the few people that you're going to see for the next couple of weeks. Write down, who do you really need to be with in the next couple of weeks? People you live with, your family, a few coworkers. That's it. That's it. We have to keep our group small and stable. Because we need to turn around this trend. We have got to stop the trend and turn the corner. So I'm asking you now, for the next couple of weeks, limit your interactions to the people that you need to see. You need to see the people you live with. You need to see the kids who sit around you in your class. You need to see your few coworkers. Write those names down and try very hard to stay within that closed circle. So, what are some of the things that means we're not going to be doing? You don't need to go watch a sports game or sports practice. You don't need to go out for coffee after church or go over to somebody's house for brunch after church. You don't need to have friends over for dinner or lunch. You don't need to go out and have, hang out with your coworkers after work. You don't need to have 3 play dates in a weekend. These are the things that we just don't have the luxury to be doing now in the next couple of weeks. And if you find yourself in a setting, any setting, at the park, in your living room, at the office, with people you don't live with, please put your mask on. Please put your mask on. Mask wearing is one of the simplest things we can do with the biggest impact. It's become political. It's unfortunate. I'm just going to tell you the facts right now. It's not my opinion. Not what the facts. In a new study from the University of Washington, and it shows that if 95% of Americans wore masks around other people, and we didn't change anything else, didn't close businesses, didn't reduce any of the social gatherings, we would save 100,000 lives in the next 4 months. So, this is what I'm asking you to do. Dr. Alexander Scott talks frequently, she loves to, and she's great at it, talk about the 3 W's, wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Today I want to add for you to think about the 3 I's, which is situations to avoid: informal, indoors, and inconsistent groups, because that's where the spread is happening. Unstructured events outside of your home in casual environments where folks take their mask off. As I said, we're in a bad place. We're not in a good place. We need to turn the corner. And so I'm struggling to find ways to encourage folks and communicate, given the fact that we're all sick and tired of doing this. And most of you may be hearing me saying, yeah, Gov, I'm already doing it. We're doing this. I wear a mask wherever I go. So I'm giving you really specific things to do. Make that list of people you must be with over the next couple of weeks and limit your interaction to being with those people. And all of the nice to have, hanging out with friends after work, going out for drinks or dinner with a big group, lots of play dates, I'm asking you not to do it. And if you are with folks you don't live with, put your mask on. Even if it feels strange, even if it feels like you wish you didn't have to do it, it works, it will save lives, and it will prevent us from having to close down our economy again. Speaking of that, we're nearing our own metrics to move back to phase 2. On the trajectory we are on, that could happen in a week or two. The projections for our hospitalizations are alarming. And we know that hospitalizations tend to follow the case trends in a couple of weeks. Hospitalizations, we know, lag the case trends. So cases are through the roof now. 2-3 weeks from now, we'll have a real problem with our hospitalizations. Based on our current projections, it's possible we could surpass the surge capacity in our hospitals in 45 weeks, and then we would have to start using our field hospitals. By the way, that's what's happening. Unfortunately, Rhode Island's not alone. Look all over the world, look all over the country. This is what you're seeing. We're on the same trajectory that many states in the Midwest saw a month ago, and now they all have their field hospitals open. North Dakota is at its ICU capacity. Utah is planning to ration care. Texas is building new field hospitals. We're not there yet. I'm putting my faith in the people of Rhode Island that we'll never get there. It's within our power now to change our behavior in small, daily, but important ways to make it so that we never get there. But I'm going to be honest with you and just tell you the fact that if we don't all commit to making some changes, we're going to have to open the field hospital in a few weeks. I'm going to have to go back to phase 2 in a couple of weeks, and maybe even more. We'll all be asked again to put our lives and our businesses on hold. Unless we now change our behavior. Wear your mask, stop seeing friends, and everything else that I have said. I will say this, I'm going to hold a special press conference on Friday at 1 o'clock because I'm going to be making some more announcements about restrictions. I am not convinced that going back to phase 2 is necessarily the right thing. I am convinced that we need some more restrictions. So I'm not ready today to say exactly what the restrictions are. I'm not necessarily saying we'll be automatically phase 2 because we're in such a difference now. Obviously, November is very different than March, but I do believe it's getting to be time to reimpose some restrictions because we have to keep them calmness now while we still can, and while we still have a chance to stop the spread. And it is a fact that our actions in the coming days will matter.